What is this?
Don't you recognize this place?
I can't see anything.
Even in dreams, you know this place.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Touch the stone. Touch the stone, Arthur. Feel the cold bronze of her plaque. The one you picked out for her. Though Daniel paid for it. He paid for his little girl, didn't he?
Shut up!
There's that fire that burned her.
Shut up!
That burned so bright, it brought your house down around you. That drowned your girl.
This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't. This isn't. What is this? This isn't the dreamlands. This is a dream. This is a real dream. I need to wake up.
The letter is still here.
What letter?
To A.
To Anna.
Dear A, why did you kill me? You led him straight to me. I was safe in Harper's Hill, and yet you told him. You told him about me. For years I had run and hid, and in a moment all that was gone. All that was shattered because of you, because of what you did. How could you do this, A? Why are you risking everything? Leave Anna alone. Stop trying to pursue her. You're only going to get her killed just like you killed Faroe. Just like you killed Bella.
I didn't kill Bella. She died giving birth.
Did she?
Of course she fucking did!
And where were you?
What?
And where were you?
We're getting out of here.
The caves, Arthur.
No, not the caves. Upstairs.
Who do you imagine I was before all this? Before we met?
I don't know, Kellen. I had hoped you were a good person. Maybe someone who fell on tough times.
Do you think I'm evil?
What is evil? Is it an opposition of God? The way Christians feel? Is it disorder and violence the way ancient Egyptians felt? Or is it ambiguous? Is it just suffering? Is it the range of human immorality? And moreover, is it absolute? Is it a switch or a cut? A choice or an inherited gene that lay deep within a few, perhaps all, waiting for the moment to break free? Evil is... When Faroe died, my life ended. I wanted to kill myself, like my parents did, many years before. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't imagine anyone experiencing that which I did. Even to those I hardly knew. It was... Yet. There were moments, years later, that I enjoyed the freedom of a life in Arkham, untethered. The ability to have a drink with a friend, to spend the evening out without anyone worrying about me, without anyone wanting me. Did that mean I was happy Faroe was gone? Did that mean, in some small way, I appreciated the death of my child? Is that evil, Kellen? They say all it takes for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. But what is a good man to do about that? Where does he fit in within that tableau? What is there to triumph over? And you? Did I kill an evil man? Or in killing you was an evil man created?
If I had an answer, it would only come from yourself.
I know.
I'd like to sleep now.
Okay. Goodbye, Callan. I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Arthur. I hope you find your little girl.
James.
Okay, hold on. What exactly are you saying? You can't be serious.
Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I don't want to do this.
I think it's a little too late for that, Arthur. Bella is...
Bella is...
your wife.
Why? Because her father found out? Because heaven forbid, a child entered this world that isn't part of a married...
Look, you said yes.
I said yes, because...
Because... you don't have an answer.
I don't love her.
Well, it seemed like it to me.
Well, what do you know? Her mother died, James. She was alone. No, she wasn't alone. She deserved love. Bella's a fine woman. She's kind to me.
This wasn't an accident. You make it seem like this just happened to you. You did this. You planned this. This was the life you wanted. What, are you scared?
No, James.
Then what are you saying you can't do?
I can't live for someone else. I can't live for someone else. I can feel myself looking back and wishing I had done something different. Wishing I had made a change. Wishing I had walked away.
From your kid?
No!
From Bella. Why?
Because it's wrong! It's wrong! I know it is. I know that it's right for her. Her father, their family, you.
Hey, look, I'm just...
I get it. I get what it looks like. But what do I do when I know it's wrong?
You make it right. You work at it.
You talk about it like it's a fucking mathematics problem, James. I'm not saying it's broken. I'm saying it's wrong.
So you what? You're gonna leave your wife as she's giving birth?
No. I don't.
Then you get it together, man. If you think you're gonna get me to understand your point of view, then...
I'm not. I don't think anyone would. I'm just telling you what it is.
What it is? Like it's a fucking fact.
As opposed to what, James?
Fear, Arthur. It's fear. Okay? You think you're the first person to get cold feet? Look at yourself. Look at the timing.
It must be so easy to wash an idea away with one-word answers.
You're a liar.
You're a bad friend.
And you're a fucking piece of shit. You know that?
And you're not supposed...
Leave your fucking wife or don't. All I know is she is down the road right now waiting for you. Bella may not be right for you, but she may be very well the only person that will ever love you. Make your choice, but be prepared to live with the fallout.
Oh, I'll deal with the fallout. The way I've dealt with every fucking thing in my life. Fuck you, James. Fuck you. By the time I got to the hospital, Bella was dead. And Faroe had been born an hour earlier. She was alone in the hospital for an entire hour. Alone. Without a single person in the world that knew she existed. Who loved her.
You were going to leave your wife as she gave birth. Or just after, I suppose. You really make it easy to hate you.
The irony of how much that's true. And how much I hate myself.
So you lucked out then, with Bella dying.
You could say that.
You could think it.
Does this satisfy you, Scratch?
Such selfishness. Such utter disregard for someone who bettered your life, whom you loved.
That's not why I didn't want to come in here.
No.
No. It was the hour, Scratch. The hour I hadn't known about Faroe. That I sat here, getting drunk. It was the hour I wasted. The hour my daughter sat alone in her crib. That's the shame I feel reliving this moment.
Your wife.
I'm not trying to defend my selfishness. I'm not saying anyone, James, yourself, my own inner voice, need to feel that I handled this well. What I'm saying is that being with Bella was wrong. There's no other way to view it. Is there, Wally?
Leaving her on the day she died.
But did being with her feel wrong?
Of course.
Even my own self-loathing knows it, Scratch. This isn't about me being innocent. I've made my mistakes. I have been, and can be, and continue to be selfish, arrogant, a failure, but this moment... Those traits aside, I saw in my heart what was wrong. I just picked a terrible time to see it.
Still, you and I are quite the pair. Two peas, one would say. Both sacrificed our daughters for our passions.
You'd like to think that.
You for your art. Where is this, Arthur? I don't remember this place.
Faroe was 2 years old. A little bumping bundle of energy. And there was this park by our house in Boston. A park with a little pond that had ducks in it. Tess had taken a few weeks off in the summer. And we went to that small duck pond every day for hours, bringing bread, watching the ducks play. She would point at them, making the sound they made, trying her very best to say duck, or whatever word. She was so little. I would carry her all the way there and back. Then we would explore the park for hours. I remember there was this small bridge, just a little wooden bridge that went over the stream, and well, I would tell her stories as we walked through the woods. Little fairy tales, sometimes made up, sometimes popular. And she really liked the 3 billy goats gruff. Found that one particularly amusing. So whenever we would cross the bridge, I would walk up in front and I'd say, "Wait here, Faroe." And I'd knock on the bridge and I'd say, "Are you there, troll?" And when no troll came out, we would cross. And on the way back, Faroe would stop me and walk up, knock on the bridge, and say in a tiny voice, "Are you there, troll?" And when no troll came out, we'd head back. Those were, without a doubt, the happiest days of my life. I told you I'm through playing. I dreamt quite a bit about him, actually.
You don't...
Feel guilty? No. Look, I'm over all that. That dream, that nightmare, was many things. But it was also me confronting the way I see myself. Well, at least the parts I remember. Look, I tend to beat myself up, if that's not clear by now.
Crystal.
Ha. Yes, well, I think I came out the other side of that experience a little lighter.
Lighter?
I'm not letting guilt weigh me down anymore. At least not about the past.
I'm glad to hear that.
I even recalled a terrible memory, the day Faroe was born. One where an old friend tried to, talk some sense into me, I suppose.
Was it Parker?
No, a man named James. I wonder if he's still in Boston now. Anyway, all that is to say is that I think I needed to confront some of the things that I had been suppressing.
Is that so?
Yeah, you can't carry it around. It eventually will drown you.
Guilt.
Yes, guilt, anger, frustration, lies.
Lies.
Yes, they all weigh you down, eventually.
Right.
Anyway, much better.
So what are you going to say to him? Daniel, I mean.
Well, at the very least, I need to try being cordial to him. There's no need to... It's no use to try and hide what we need. Our relationship is fractured, to say the least.
Why?
Many reasons. Many reasons.
Name one.
Just one. Well, he thought his daughter was too good for me.
Was she?
Probably. Definitely.
How so?
Well, we met in school. She had aspirations. She met me, and she had, less interest in them.
Why?
I don't know. She started sewing, became a seamstress after we had gotten together, and I think her father thought that I brought her down to that I somehow extinguished the passion she had for higher education and a more noble pursuit.
Did you?
Not purposefully. I don't know. I don't think so.
So why are you so nervous to speak with him?
Because I am a bad son-in-law, in every sense of the word, and in every way I failed him. I lost him his daughter, his grandchild, his life, and possibly a great deal of his purpose in this world.
Are those his words or yours?
Mine.
Well, we're here.
Look, it wasn't just all that. It wasn't just that I was a bad son-in-law. I tried to leave Bella before she gave birth, before she died.
Leave her?
Yes.
This was years ago, no?
Yes, but I'd recently been thinking about it, and I don't know if I can face him again, remembering that.
Why did you want to leave her?
It felt wrong, John. She was an amazing woman. I loved her. She was attractive and kind, and on all levels we worked, but she wasn't the right woman for me.
I don't understand.
I don't know if I did either. I suppose it all just fell into place without me realizing. The relationship, the child, the marriage, if you can call it that.
You didn't love her?
She deserved someone to love, and she chose me. And so I played the part until I couldn't anymore. I admitted it to a friend. Remember I told you this morning about James out of Boston? When I woke up from my nightmare this morning, it was all...
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yes, you remember. He was the one who tried to talk some sense into me.
Are you going to tell Daniel this?
No. God, no. Why? He would hate me, and with good reason to.
I don't know much about your relationships, especially of this nature. But you told me this morning that guilt needs to be let go. That it'll weigh you down otherwise.
Yes,
It
but...
will drown you.
You're right, of course. You're right.
It's the past, Arthur.
Okay,
It'll be fine.
right.
You forgot your tea.
Say what you need to say, Daniel.
Excuse me.
Look, it's only a matter of time. You're winding up to it anyway. Just say what is on your mind.
What do you think I have to say, Arthur?
Oh, I'm sure you have many things to say about me, my choices, but
I
if you...
have nothing to say. There is nothing to say. You and my Bella were married and she passed. It was terrible and tragic. And we've mourned her, or at least I did. And you moved on. You kept a tight lid on your personal life. I viewed your life from afar the way you insisted and only entered when you allowed me. You kept my granddaughter away from here, away from me, keeping me at a distance, at arm's length. Unless it were Christmas. You too were so far away, my only connection to my Bella, a distance. Not here, where I could have watched over you two, watched over her, kept you safe, kept her safe.
That's what it is.
That's the truth, you miserable little snob. There was room here for her. I would have kept her safe from you.
You wanted her for yourself. You wanted to replace Falabella. You wanted another daughter, and she wasn't yours to take.
I wanted what was best for her. And what was best for this family.
What family?
My family. Bella was.
Bella despised you, Daniel. She moved to Boston to be away from you, from all of this, from your plans for her.
You dragged her away. From what she could have been.
She didn't want that. She didn't want your version of her future. She was an artist. She wanted more.
And yet she settled for you.
Because I was everything you weren't. I cared about her.
You are a white-livered weakling. And she even knew it.
Oh, so the gloves are off, are they?
I thought if I could keep Faroe here, keep you both here, maybe a part of me could come back. That part Bella remembered so fondly. The part I did too.
That wasn't your decision to make.
And yet you failed. You failed Bella. You failed me. And you failed Faroe.
Yes. Yes, I did. But life is loss.
You did listen.
Sometimes. So she really didn't want to marry me?
No. And I know the same is true for you. Arthur. What on earth has happened to you?
You don't trust me. I didn't think this through. Why would you?
Why would I what?
Trust me. Why would you trust me? I disappeared. I left. I left it all behind. I left you behind. I did as little as possible. I wanted to think about you as little as possible. I wanted to forget this part of my life ever existed. Yet it was my life, still. It was the entirety of it. And you can't just run away from that.
Arthur.
Daniel, I understand why you doubt me. I do. You haven't seen me in a long time. How can you trust what you can't see? I suppose faith, but... Well, why would you have faith in me? I'm asking you to trust me. For one bite of the elephant. You don't need to believe me about Larson, or my reasons for being here, or my hesitancy to go to the police just yet. You don't need to believe any of that. You don't even need to believe that there's anything on the table just yet. All I need you to do is to look through the eyes of this mask.
This is preposterous.
Daniel, please. If you see nothing, I promise you, I will phone the police right now. I promise.
Do you?
On Faroe's life. Take it.
He's taking the mask and holding it to his face. There are a number of fine-looking pieces in here. Rings and...
The Freemasons have a sigil. It's a compass with a ruler or a square and a G on it.
Yes, I think I see it.
Excellent.
Oh,
What?
there's a photo here
Oh?
of Faroe.
Faroe?
I assume. It's a young girl.
Daniel must have kept her away. Maybe too painful to have her photo out. Is this it?
Yes.
I wish I could see it. I wish I could look at her eyes again. Look at her smile. I bet I know the photo even.
I bet you do.
Maybe it's best I can't.
You can't.
See her right now. Difficult, you know.
Of course. You're keeping the photo,
Yes.
but you can't see it.
No.
All right.
Anyway, the ring.
That one.
Perfect. Say, have you ever had a blood and sand?
A what? No, I don't.
It's a cocktail, actually. Mind if I sit? A friend turned me onto them once, some years ago. Though at the time I was drinking too much anyway. I don't think he minded.
I don't understand.
I understand what you're going through, what you're feeling.
Do you?
Yes. My daughter is dead. Because of me. Because of my negligence.
He's put the drink back down.
Here, see? Here, that's her. This photo. Here, this is her. This is the last. This is all I have of her.
Or
It's fine. I mean, it's not fine. But I've accepted it. I drowned myself in enough sorrow and alcohol to last many lifetimes. And I can promise you that the little tin god in this bar won't help.
what does?
I'd love to know. I'd love it if it were one clean idea, like effort, or friendship, or coming to terms with your past. The truth is, Oscar, there is no one way to fix what's broken, to fix what pieces of us have been lost. Some days, yes, it's friendship. Other days, it's making amends. Some days, it's simply getting out of bed, and yes, some days, for people like you and I, it feels like it's easier to drown the sorrow. But that's not today.
Why not?
Because I still need you.
You made it seem like the killing was justified. How dare you throw this back in my face? Do you not remember the mines? You wanted to leave those people there.
Yes, and this is why my mind has been circling. You wanted to change when you first came back. In the mines, I was hell-bent on survival. You hadn't been there. Larson was a monster, and Faroe brought you back.
Yes.
I wanted to survive. I wanted to press forward. I needed to get out of the mines,
And I was the voice of reason.
Yes!
Get your hands off!
Arthur, you have him! Larson is up against the balcony railing. We're high above the ballroom. The drop could kill him. He may not survive if you push him off.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Desperate remorse swallows the present in a quenchless rage.
Shut up! Shut up!
Okay, you're choking him. His face is turning red.
You murderer! You monster! You villain! You child killer! You don't deserve to live!
Arthur!
Faroe!
Such wrath.
Arthur, you're forcing your fingers into his gunshot wound. Tearing the skin around the hole as your fist slides in further. Arthur! Jesus Christ, you... We've been thrown back. Insolent mortal. Yellow... We're in a hallway. A carpeted hallway. There's a door to our right. With what sounds like running water beyond.
That's enough, Johnny. He knows where we are. My home. Now, stay right here. Seriously.
Hey, kiddo! Just gonna turn this off. Okay. Play safe!
Kids. She's very cute, Arthur.
Was that?
Let's go downstairs and talk, shall we? The piano room. Where I would say you did some of your best work, Arthur. Sit, please, please, I insist. Why didn't you ever finish Faroe's Goodbye? I like that one. Do you remember it? No, not entirely. I try to. So, boys, I think I've made everything abundantly clear. Arthur back in his, and you in your own, and you two can still try to stay friends. Plus, Artie! Listen to that. No running water. You can have her back, Arthur. Imagine that. That must just warm your heart. It's not real. None of this is. Oh, it's real! And now for the stick. If you don't play along, I will torture every version of your daughter in front of you until the last light of the dying sun. Did I say stop? I will perform such atrocities on Daniel, Charlie, every single person you know, over and over again. And that is not even to say what I will physically do to you. I can kill you in so many ways. You have no idea. And John, oh boy, listen, Goldie, I'll do worse to you than him just because I can. That's the stick. It's quite the stick.
Well, you have your shaving kit, fishing hooks, the coin, Daniel's ring, Marie's locket, and a picture of...
Faroe.
Yes.
Well, that's everything. A whole life. Everything we have to accomplish this goal with.
And 3 black candles.